particular I can help you with. Typically on my training sessions, I just kind of open them up to you guys where you guys can just query me and we can go in and build stuff together live, or I can just answer questions.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's other people here too, Jason and Slav and RC and Will. I don't, maybe it's only Jason and me that's live now, or is that the case, or?
No. So I see there's like 5 of you guys that have mics.
Okay. Yeah.
So I did drop my Facebook page in the. Oh, never mind. You're on it.
Are you using MiniChat?
Yeah.
So first thing you want to do is come in here to your settings, and then fill this out right here, buddy. This greeting text. That greeting text will show up right here inside the bot.
Okay.
I'll show you what it looks like. So if you come to my bot and you've never interacted with it before, then it looks like this right here. It just gives you some text there versus you saw what you had there. Where did you go? That was probably way over there. So you see mine has that.
Oh.
Yours has nothing. It's just a little information that lets people know, you know, what your page is about, what they should expect whenever they message you. So
Gotcha.
Definitely want to add that in.
Cool. Maybe we can find out from the others what the businesses they are into. Because personally, I sell physical products on Amazon and Shopify. So,
Okay.
but I'm also considering using this bots to do it for other people too, to start to make money from that too. I'm located in Norway now, but I lived in the US for over 30 years, San Francisco, California.
Okay.
Just
So
moved back.
I mean, so you could definitely offer information about your products in the bot. You could sell your products right through the bot, or at least drive traffic, to your pages, to your Amazon pages that you have selling your products. You also obviously just build your subscriber list so that whenever you put a new product on Amazon, you could go in and push that broadcast out, especially if you do something like I'm about to recommend to Jason here. Jason, I see the first thing that you have here is you just tell me that you're not away, that you're not here, that you're out right now. So my suggestion would be what you do right here, Jason. The first thing that you do is get some interaction with people. Obviously as soon as they click get started,
Yeah.
they're ready to talk to you, man.
That's my I think that's my, like I said, I just been building it and I haven't really, I'm not driving traffic yet. So that's actually the Facebook's automatic autoresponder, and I need to shut that thing off. Hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you're going to have a bot there, what you want is right off the bat, you want to be able to have them start engaging with you. Probably for you, what you'll want to do is go in and begin to segment them and find out if they're interested. You know, are they interested just in purchasing your product and getting your product, or are they interested in becoming a distributor? Because you probably want to take either one, right? If somebody wants to buy the product, you get commission on it. So you want to cater to them. And then anybody that's looking to start their own business. Hey, Topos, could I have some tea, buddy? Thank you, sir. Anybody who's looking to have their, to start distributing, then you want to start to segment them as well so that you can figure out who's who and what you should be contacting them about. At least give them some way where they can, interact with your bot, because if they've taken the time to click this message and then click get started, they're wanting to interact with you, and you've just completely turned them off here whenever they see that you're away at the moment. So that's a big turn off for them.
Yeah, like I said, I just been building it and I haven't been driving traffic yet. So, but yeah, we went through, me and a couple people that I was working with yesterday, we kind of went through it. So I know I know I have some things to fix.
So the rest of you guys, you want to maybe drop the links to your bots that you got going on. You maybe want to drop the links to your bots down in the comment section. I'm sure most of you guys must have something that you're working on already.
Yeah, I can tell you about an issue I wanted to solve today. I have like 650 likes on one of my pages, and I'm wondering how and they weren't there. They were there before the bot. Either way, they're just likes. Are there any techniques that you know about, John, or anyone else, to get them from likes to start engaging with your bot, other than having to click on one-on-one, or can you not even do that?
I mean, they're going to have to. They're going to have to. I mean, they're going to have to click on your get started. They're going to have to interact with your bot. I mean, period. So they do have to interact with your bot. Period.
How can I get them to do that? Can I send them a message? I'm quite new with Facebook too, actually, to be honest with you.
Well, you're not gonna be able to just send them out a message if they haven't messaged you. So if they haven't messaged you, then no, you're not going to you're not going to be able to message them if they haven't messaged you first.
Okay. Got it. Here's a dumb question. What if you go to their page and try to send them a communication from there?
Well, you can do that, but that communication is going to come from your personal messenger.
Oh, okay. So you can't do that with a branded messenger. So, sorry. Okay. So that will come from my personal page, not the business page, not the fan page.
Correct.
But what if I tell them there to go and message me over there? Would that be an option?
Yeah, that you can. I mean, that you can.
Okay.
That you can do, obviously.
Okay. All right. So that's one way so you could actually, but I would have to hire somebody to do that. Okay. Got it. Let's see.
I thought you could do this. I thought you could actually do this in the ads manager and a custom audience where you could create an advertisement and target people who have specifically interacted with your page and have liked your page.
Okay. But it doesn't seem like you are able to do that, no?
No, you can interact with anybody who's engaged with the post or an ad. You can interact with people who've sent you a message and interact with people who've saved any post or ad. You can also interact with, this says, everyone who's engaged with your business. But I don't think this would actually include, hey Sergio, I don't think this would actually include people who have liked your page. But that would be one way to do it, obviously, is go in and actually just target people. And I know that whenever you create an ad, you can choose people who have liked your page. But I mean, I'm not an ads manager, I'm an engineer, but I do enough of these guys. But I know that you can go in and do that, people who like your page, right?
Okay,
But
yeah, we're doing that.
But that even that, I think you have to give an audience. I think you have to give this. I'm not actually sure, but I think you have to give this.
Okay.
And maybe you don't. So maybe you don't have to give that. which is this demographics here. But it does look like it's optional to give that. So I'm assuming that if you just go in and do this, where it's people who like your page, anybody who like your page, then it looks like you can just continue and come in and use a messenger ad. So you use an ad that has a messenger objective to it.
And then at least they will get you'll get them that.
Yeah, they'll see that. They will see. They will see only then see your ad.
Yeah.
Right. No one else will see your ad. Just those guys will see your ad, and then your ad will be a messenger objective ad, and then you can get them into your bot that way. But essentially, they are going to have to eventually interact with your bot.
Yeah, that's fine. So I have one bot that my VA, my virtual assistant, made today, and it's for a JSON ad that we do to try to get interaction there. And
Okay.
how do if I wanted to send you the link, how do I send it? I'm in my ManyChat now. How do I send you the actual bot?
You want to send me the actual bot. So if you're in ManyChat and you want to send the actual bot, you could just go for your dashboard and then just give this guy right here. Just give this link. It's literally just m.me/whatever your page name is.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and if you want to look
If
at
you
it,
guys want, just give links to your bot down here, and I'll take a look at them. Some of you guys seem like you're really shy to use your microphone or to use your keyboard at all, but that's the whole point of this training, is to really help you guys out.
How do I see the chat screen again? The participants. Click on participants.
No, you should be able just to click on a chat and see a chat screen somewhere.
Yeah, I see that.
Amar, I like this. I like this bot, buddy. We're gonna spend some time today and go in and finish out some of the stuff on this bot. I can't remember exactly where we left off. Obviously, yesterday, my computers, this computer that I'm using right now is a Windows machine, and it just.
Hi, John. How are you?
Restart itself. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. We are going to do the payment, and if the client want to reserve a table or want to check out or pay on delivery, something like this.
Yeah, we had a couple things. We need to do this, right? We need to do this restart order as well. I think this is going to be the first thing that we'll do. We'll do this restart order first, and then we can go in and do the payment. So then we can do the process checkout flow, and then we can maybe do the payment if you want to allow for the payment online. So
yeah. Also, if we want to edit the order, maybe someone changed his mind, want to delete something from the total order. Can we do this?
Yeah, but that's gonna be honestly a huge pain to do that, because since what we did is we used a Zapier list, so we used a storage list. So all we can do is pop off of that storage list. So that means if he wanted, let's say he's ordered 5 things and he wants to remove item number 2, he's got to pop off 5, 4, 3, and then 2, and then re-add 3, 4, 5. So it's not real ideal. So the way around that would be actually use a better data structure instead of using a list. Use a better data structure, but with Zapier storage, we don't have any better data structure to store multiple items. So,
by the way, I got a premium Zapier yesterday by using an education email. They give you free 6 months, unlimited. So really? That's good. Yeah,
I'm already paying for them. So,
are you using an educational email? Is that what you said?
Yeah, if you have an education email, you can get 6 months for free premium account in Zapier.
Sweet.
I didn't get that mail, They actually sent me a mail telling me, you should go premium right now because you're using the services already, so you want me to pay right away.
That's cool because it's worth like $250 per month. So
How much is it worth?
250, the unlimited.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, John, go ahead. We are listening.
So I just want to check this bot out a little bit. And I can see that here you really haven't, I mean, you really lost my engagement as soon as I came in, right? You really asked me what I could help you with.
Okay.
And then it seemed like, it seemed like, do you have, so in your bot, do you have any keywords set up that are going to listen to what I want help with and be able to respond back to me? Or are you just going to ask me an arbitrary question and then give me back some generic response and then expect to come in at some time and actually read what I want to get help with? It seems like if you had something like this, some generic call to actions that you're going to be able to actually go in and segment your actual users and be able to start segmenting. I mean, you must be knowing for this page what you're equipped to help somebody with, right? What are the things that you're offering? So you should be able to go in and create some quick call to actions to tell them, what they, if I were to tell you, you asked me what you can help with today. If I were to tell you that, I need somebody to walk my dog, does that help you at all? Probably not. So you really want to drive people. At this point, I've interacted with your bot and you've just basically said that you're here to help and answer questions. What can I help you with? Right. So at this point, I don't know anything about you, what you do, why I should be engaging with you in the first place. So it's up to you to really point me in that direction of what I should be doing, which is why you want to have some guys like this whenever you ask me what I can help you with. Well, what could you possibly help me with? Do you offer dog walking services? And kennel cleaning services? If so, then put in there a button, I need a dog walker, or can you clean my kennel, or whatever. I mean, what is it that if somebody were to say, hey, I need help with this, then you provide as a service or you can actually help them with? So whatever those things are, put those call to actions in there. Because right now, look, our conversation's over, man. We're done. I can't message you if you're there, because you're not messaging me back, because 9 times out of 10 you're not going to be there. So now our complete engagement is over now. Is that what I wanted? Right? Whenever I came here and I took the time to send you a message and interact with you, I'm wanting to interact with you. Now, obviously, we can't be there to interact with people every second that they're there, right? We just can't live on our Facebook pages and just every time somebody send a message to us, be available to interact with them, which is a whole reason that we're interested in these bots and we want these bots. But how did it really help you in this situation? In this situation, it's really not helping you. You gave me some welcome picture. I don't care about that. You gave me some welcome message and asked me what you can help me with. And now nothing. Now I'm going to tell you what you can help me with. And now you're not doing anything at all. So now most likely, what am I going to do at this point? I'm going to go somewhere else. Trust me, I'm not just going to sit here and wait for hours and hours for you to reply. I'm going to give you a couple seconds, a minute at most. And then if you're not replying, I'm going to go somewhere else and keep searching whatever it was I was searching that led me here in the first place to you. If I wasn't searching anything, if I was just looking at my feed and I saw some ad for your page and I came that way, then I'm going to go right back and start looking at my feed at all. So you want to capture why you have a captive audience, why you have somebody here on your page, clicking your button, clicking get started, wanting to now interact with you. You need to give them the way to continuously interact with you. And like I said, the way you could have solved that is just whenever you're asking, what can you help with? Put some options down here as far as what could you help them with, I can help you, you want to get healthier, or you want to be happier, right? Get happy. Those could have been your 2 things. Get happy, get healthy. Now, once I click get happy, then you can start giving me some flow to maybe find out why I'm not happy, or more information about me, so that you can begin to actually segment me, so that you can, I'm sure you have some flow that whenever you talk to your ideal client, that you're going to be asking them questions, probing questions to try to extract some information from them. Those are the same things that you want to be doing here.
Yeah, no, I got you. We drove, again, I haven't even looked at it until my video is finished. But what we are doing, we sent them an ad first that they clicked on, and then they come here, and the ad talks about, do you want to get healthy? Do you like cacao? Do you love chocolate? Because that's what we sell. And so I guess we were going way too fast right to the selling mode. We want to start segmenting and talking with them first. Seems like.
Well, if you want to go right into the selling mode, I'm not going to tell you don't go right into the selling mode. I mean, if you've got a great product that affords you to be able to go right into the selling mode, hell yeah, go right into the selling mode and get that money. But right here, you've just dropped me off into a dead end. Look at me as a consumer right now. Now, I haven't came through your ad. I have not came into your ad. I have came through you organically, which some people are going to do that as well. So I don't know what flow. You could give me the flow to your ad if you wanted to. You could actually go into your ad manager. All right. So you could go right into your ad manager, and then you could come over here to your ads, and then you could find any of your ads, whatever specific ad that you're talking about. So you can just grab that ad. Like, for example, here's some ad that I have with a messenger objective where I'm trying to get messages. So here's an ad that I'm running from one of my pages where I'm trying to find my ideal client who's looking to outsource their software engineers, because I can provide them at a really low rate. So you can come right in here to this ads preview, right? Come click on your ad, click on this little pencil button, and then come right here to this ad preview and click this little pop out button, and then grab this C post, this Facebook post with comments, grab that, and you can give me the direct link to your ad. And if you guys go there and you click something like, you type something like, I'm interested, or this sounds awesome, or I've used these guys before, they're great, then that would be awesome. And then you could actually see the messenger flow that pops in here. But you can give me a link just like that, so I can actually see your ad.
Don't wait for me though. I'm just trying to. Oh, here's the pencil. I'm not sure how I get the pencil.
Yeah, you'll get it just by going here to your ads, right? You'll just come here to your ads tab, and then you'll just click on any one of these guys. And if you look over here, there's this blue guy, and it's just got this over arrow. Just click him, click that pencil guy. And then right here, you'll find where you can grab that Facebook post with comments, so that you can actually just get the isolated post here.
Facebook with the comments, yeah. I got it now. Okay. I'm going to go back to you, and here it is.
So it's this guy right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I told you that's good feedback you're giving me, though. I'm just.
Well, here, what I would definitely recommend, for you guys, any post that you're going to have, you just go in and create some comments growth tool on this post, because you will notice that a lot of, especially if you run ads, you'll notice that a lot of your ads, people will just comment on those ads, and that's all they'll do. They're not going to actually interact with the ad other than leaving a comment on it. Let's take this ad, for example. Okay, here's an ad that I generated 560 leads on for, looks like $1.31 per lead. All right, so if we look at this ad right here and come over here and grab this Facebook link, okay, you can clearly see there's a learn more button here. Click this to learn more. But look at how many people actually just go in and comment on this, that they want info, right?
Yeah.
And they're always going to do that. They're always going to do that. They're always going to go in and say, hey, I want more info on this. I want more info on this, because they don't know how to click this thing right here for some reason. I'm not quite sure why they don't understand that concept, but you're always going to get these guys. So you might as well go in and you might as well go into some growth tool and create some growth tool, some comment growth tool.
John,
Yeah.
can you actually make one or two growth Facebook comments tool on one same page, and I have multiple at once?
Yeah, you can have as many of those comment growth tools as you want. The only thing you don't want to do, and you can actually make multiple comment growth tools for the same post, but that's really stupid, and I don't recommend doing that because only one of them is ever going to trigger off. But you can make a comment growth tool for every single post that you make.
There is also one thing you need to know, that when you use paid advertising on Facebook and you use like comments and use the comment growth tool, this will drop down your cost, because Facebook will see that more people engaging with your ad, so it will charge you less. So it's benefit from the both side.
Yeah, you know that I checked that yesterday because I was making making a giveaway, and my initial cost was $0.25 for each ad. I don't know why, but through the end of the morning, when people started engaging on my post, I have like a 0.03 cost per hit.
Yeah, because the algorithm of Facebook, that when he see that more people engaging with your content, he don't want you to just publish some garbage that people don't like. So he charge you less if that's content people like and comment and share and so on. So as more people engagement with this post, the drop will be down. And that's why I recommend videos, because most people like to watch videos rather than read long text or something like this.
Well, thanks for that.
Is there any reason that you have a call to action that says message me to get this yummy recipe, and then I click your ad, I click on that ad, and you say, do you want this easy recipe? And I say, yes, give it to me. And as soon as I say that, you're basically tell me that you're not going to give it to me right now, that you're going to give it to me later. Any reason that you just don't give it to me now, since that's what I've wanted, and I've already clicked 2 buttons to get this thing, and now that I've actually clicked these 2 buttons to get this thing, now I'm not actually getting it, but you're wanting me to click a couple more buttons here. Is there any particular reason you haven't given me the recipe yet, nor have you told me when you're actually going to give it to me, which is the whole reason that I'm interacting with you, mind you. The whole reason that I'm interacting with you is because I want this yummy recipe. You told me to message you for it. I've messaged you for it. You asked me if I wanted it. I said, yes, I do want it. And then now I'm not getting it. And I'm not sure when you're actually going to give it to me. So is there a particular reason for that? Maybe not. Oh, okay. Now I got my thing. I did click your thing, and now is it because these are these different? They look the same. So you do have some more engagement here. Jason, you gave something here. So this is where you've got your comment on.
Yeah, if you comment at, I think it's actually set for book a call right now, but I'm going to change that to get started. But for now, if you comment book a call on that post, it'll trigger it.
my recommendation would honestly just be let people comment whatever they want to, because they're going to do that anyway. So my recommendation would be say something like this, right? Tell them to say something like that, but just trigger it on whatever they put in there, because you really don't want to leave it in their hands that they will actually do it. Like you see this guy right here, he didn't do that. He didn't put book my call in there. He just put, oh, I like it.
So how do you do that with the growth tool then?
With the growth tool, you just go in, and whenever you go to, we don't have any set up for this guy yet. So here you just leave these blank.
Oh, just leave them totally blank.
Yep.
Okay.
And then whenever you come to your auto response, send it to everyone who replies.
Can we actually build the growth tool without the auto response? Or you need something there in the middle?
You need something has to be here. I mean, because they have to respond. They have to respond to this. I mean, it could just be as little as that. But obviously you want something engaging, because if they don't respond here, then you're done. So they have to respond here. If they don't respond here, then you're done. They're not gonna be a subscriber, and you're not gonna route them into your flow. So you really need to do something engaging here to get them to give that additional, because now they've already commented, right? And they've already responded one message. So you need to do something engaging here to get them. They've already commented. And they haven't sent a message yet, right? They have not, at this point, they haven't sent a message, but they have commented on your post. You've messaged them, and now that message is this message that you've sent them, where you want to have something engaging where they are going to respond back to you, so that you can then deliver them this payload here.
All right. Yeah, I built one yesterday. I was just trying to know if you could build it without it.
And one thing I'll tell you guys, because I noticed that a lot of people don't understand, is that if you definitely want to use this flow builder is what you want to use all the time. And I want to make sure that you understand that this starting step right here can go anywhere you want this guy to go, which allows you to go in and do something like start your flow with conditional logic based on a segmentation that you have already. So this does not have to be your starting step. You can just go in and add a new element like a condition, and then you can go in and now do something like, hey, I want to send some ad copy or some content copy that performs well among my female audience at this demographic. And I want to send a different copy that performs better among my male audience at this demographic. And you can go in and segment those guys and segment the first message that goes out. So you can do that anytime you want in here.
John, by the way, did you tested the A/B test?
Yeah, I did test it, and whenever I tested it, I didn't like it. I didn't like it so much. So let's just do that while we're all here together, because I got 10 of you guys, so it should be it should, if I can get you guys to all participate and click on the link, then we could actually test it out, because the last time I tested it, then I was always getting the same message. So to test that, let's just go to this messenger, this ref tool, and we'll just call this A/B test. All right. Now we'll save this. And then what we're going to do is come over here to a new piece of content, create a new piece of content called A/B test. And then we'll tag it delete me. And then we'll even come over here to this. Hey, we'll come over here to that growth tool, and we'll tag this guy delete me too, so that we know we need to go back in and delete this guy, because he means nothing to us outside of this example. So now let's go in here. We don't actually want to go in there. Sorry, we want to go into this guy right here. And let's go to our flow builder. And we can just do that right there. We can go into an A/B split test, and this A/B split test can be our starting step. And we can come to the split test, create a new variation, and we can say that I'm going to give 33% here. I'm going to give 33% here, and I'm going to give 34% there. Now that equals 100 because they have to equal 100. So now I'll come in here. I'll come in here and copy this guy and paste him in there twice. Seriously, what?
So that's for testing, right?
This is for A/B split testing. So this is if I want to, let's say I've got some concept that I want to convey to people, and I've written it in 3 different ways. Okay, so for example, let's say that I've spent some $300,000, which I have, building the software behind this landing page. Okay, so there's a really awesome software that I've built with my company that's behind this landing page that does all sorts of cool shit, right? It's a really powerful software, especially if you use a phone in your business. If you use a phone in your business, this is great for you. All right, so I want to try to sell this to people. All right. So now whenever I want to sell this to people, I realize that this software solves, let's say, some 20 different problems a business can have. And there's 5 huge problems that it sells. All right. But I don't know which one of those problems my users are going to want to convert on the most. So for that, I could use some split tests. So for that, I could have 3 different things, right? Or 10 different things. I could have 5 different things, and I could deliver to, in some ratio, the amount of traffic that I get, those different messages, so I can see which one converts the most.
All right. All right.
All right. So this is version 1. This is version 2. This is version 3. All right. And then this is going to be great. This is going to be bad. All right. So now, honestly, a trick that I would do here, all right, a trick that I would do is, since I know I want both of these contents here to be the same, what I would do, I always go with the route that saves me the most time. And I know it will actually save me the most time just to copy and paste that guy twice, instead of actually going in and creating those 2 quick buttons, and then just come here and actually edit this version here. So I want you guys to know that you can easily copy and paste this stuff anytime you want in here with a Control C and a Control V. And you can also just come in here and you can hold down your Shift key and you can select all this stuff and move it around, or copy the whole thing and move it around. So learning how to use this flow builder effectively will allow you guys to go in and create flows really, really, really fast. All right. So now I want to have a new thing here. This is awesome. All right, so now I'm just going to link you here, and this is going to be crap. And then I'll just link you there. And then I'll just do that to the rest of these guys. And now I got 3 connected to him and 3 connected to him. So I'll publish that guy and come back over here and replace this guy with that A/B test that I just created. And then I'll go next. And then I'm going to get this guy and I'm going to give him out to you. Joseph, that's really easy, buddy. That's really easy. If you guys want to wait, Joseph, on clicking that, we can go ahead and change that. Okay. So what we could do, if you wanted to, what we could do is we could easily go in here. Watch this. We'll make a bilingual split test. Okay. We'll just grab that guy there, and then we'll paste this guy right down there. All right. So now we'll come in here and add a condition. There's a condition. And then we'll make this condition our starting step. And then we'll come over here to this condition and we'll go and add a new condition, and we'll add a language. if language is English, then we're going to go there, and we're going to go in and come down here and add a new condition, and we're going to say this condition, if this condition is, if language is, I don't have any Spanish speaking people here, so I need a Spanish speaking person to be in my bot, and then I could do that. So since I don't have any Spanish speaking person in my bot yet, I'll just route this guy over here, and then I'll just assume that this is everybody else is Spanish. And then I'll just make my Spanish speaking bot real quick. And then I'll just publish that guy. Oh, first I'll specify these routes where these guys go. Now I'll publish that. Oh, now I'll specify these routes where these guys go, which I thought was specified.
No question for you.
Yeah.
In that condition, can you zoom into that condition, please? I want to check it out.
Language is English.
But ManyChat will recognize the language of Facebook.
Facebook will recognize what your preferred language is. Yeah.
Well, example, I'm from Peru. I speak Spanish, although I have my Facebook in English.
What language do you have and what language
Facebook?
do you have? Yep.
In English. So I would be an English user for ManyChat, right?
If that's what you have your language set in. So let's see. I do see you in here, and I see that your language is English here. So I see that that's what you have it set. But you could go, so if this doesn't work, if this doesn't work for you, then you could go in here, right? And you could go into that welcome message and ask people that first message, ask them, you could make an inference from what Facebook is telling you, because that's a good idea. You can make an inference from what Facebook is telling you. But then you could just go in and literally just ask your users in that welcome message, hey, what language do you prefer for this to be in?
All right, thanks.
So I can see here, though, that this split test has worked, because I can see one person was delivered this message, one person was delivered this message, two people were delivered this message. So I can see this was sent to two people, one person. So that's how that split test works. That's what that's for. That split test is just allows you to go in and split test different contents to see which one is the most converting content, because you're not quite sure yet. So Joseph, did you understand how to be able to go in and do this and deliver different languages for your bot?
Yes, I did, John. Thank you very much. I think I don't quite yet know whether I should prefer to give them just a menu, Espanol and English, and right away from the beginning, or to make it conditional, like with a condition like you said. I will have to play around a little bit. What would you prefer if you would do it?
Well, just so you know, the menu itself you cannot make bilingual. So the menu itself has to be in one language. Now your content can be delivered. Let's say they click on a menu item. That content that you deliver there can be presented in a bilingual fashion, but the menu text itself can't be bilingual because you can't have variations of the menu. You can only have one static version of your menu.
Okay, but could I give them, like, from the very beginning, the choice to a button Espanol and another one in English, and that's how they decide now how the flow goes?
Yeah, you could go right inside your welcome message and do a segmentation part there where you ask them, one of the first things that you ask them is what their language preference is. And then you can go right inside that right from there, and you can start delivering them content. You can tag them what language they are, and then you can start delivering content based on that pretty easily.
Yes, and so each language would be a different sequence then once they click on it. It's like English would get the sequence in English, Spanish, when they click on Spanish, they would get the sequence in Spanish.
That's how I would recommend doing it. Yes, I would recommend, instead of having something that looks like this, right? Instead of having something that looks like this where it's two different things, what I would recommend you do is have something like this, right? Where you have something like this, and this would be your English flow, this would be your Spanish flow. You would have two different flows built.
And each flow means a different segment, correct?
Each flow means a new piece of content, correct?
Right. Thank you very much. Yeah, I thought also this is better than conditional.
And well, you're still going to have a condition, right? You're still going to have some condition where you're still going to have some condition that is going to route to these different flows, where this condition, you would just literally be checking the tag to see, hey, either you check their language, or you could go in and check some tag, and you could say, hey, some tag is Spanish or some tag is English. And then based on that condition, you're going to route them here or there.
So it's always starting with a condition.
Correct. Because let's say you have a keyword, or let's say you have some messenger ad or some Facebook comment tool. Or you have some default reply, or you have some default welcome message. It's going to be one object that you're routing people into, right? And then from there, that object, you're going to have, the first thing that you would do is you would check a condition to see what language do they want to be delivered this content in. And that's going to make it much easier for you. Like, for example, whenever you go in and you do, how it would look like, all right, is whenever you come in here to your keywords, right, you want to add some new keyword, and you're going to add please and por favor, right? Now this one keyword is going to serve your English people and your Spanish people, right? Mm-hmm. So then from here, you're going to go in and have some content like this, where the first thing that you're going to have is some condition. That condition is going to check whether this guy needs something delivered in English or something delivered in Spanish. If he needs it delivered in Spanish, you can route him to por favor flow. If he needs it in English, you can route him to a please flow, right? Mm-hmm. And that makes it you're always going to have a condition to check what he needs. Now, what you don't have, though, is you don't begin to get, let's say you need to cover Spanish and English. So that means every keyword, you need to have two separate keywords, right? Well, now you're going to have an obnoxiously long list of actual keywords, right? So it's going to be easier if you just go in and make your keywords handle both languages. You can just make your keywords handle both languages. And actually, guys, you know what? I think that while we're here, you guys can either get off, or you can just hang around for a second, because I actually have to call this guy. right now. And I forgot that I had to call him, and I actually have to call him about a bot build. So I'll just let him reply to me. And if he replies to me, I got to jump on this call and call this guy. I forgot it. I told you guys I was going to start this at a certain time. And then sometime shortly after that, he asked me if I could call him in like an hour or so. But you're always going to have something that has to start with a condition. So it's always going to have to start with a condition because you don't want to have multiple of these guys, right? Now you could have multiple of these guys, but just what's going to end up happening is you're going to start to have a very huge key list. And I guess
quick question if I may. So you're talking about this keyword list. Maybe we can ask ManyChat to also get a folder where we can start storing them in the name folders and subfolders. That'd be a good feature here.
Yeah, that could be possible, and I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would do something like that for us. So I'm sure they would do that. Hey, could you ask Topos to get me some coffee?
They do it in the growth tool. In the growth tool, they have that folder. I believe it's either content or in the growth tool.
Yeah, it's in content. Inside your content section, you can do that. So inside your content section, you can go in and funnel these guys down by folder. So you can go in and actually change these guys by folder.
Yeah.
But that's the only place you're going to be able to do that.
I have a question right now.
What's that?
So I already made my own growth tool for my giveaway. I've already have set up a spreadsheet where I have all the data from people that are actually on my giveaway promotion, like at least like 100 or between 60 and 100 people are already on that list. So how could I make a correct flow to make people interact with certain conditions? Like, for example, if you broke your own iPhone screen, I can give that a value. Like if you have an iPhone 6 and you broke your screen, I can make you a discount for the repair of the screen, like whatsoever.
So I'm assuming you just need to go in and ask these questions and then store a value. Thank you, sir.
I already know how to ask the questions, although I don't know how to set up a value. I have already done the customer field. I know what the information it is already, but I don't know how to set up a value. Can you show that, please?
Well, I mean, whenever you ask a question, essentially it would just be something like this. You ask them a question and ask for user input.
Yeah, I've done already that. I don't know how to assign a value for the answer.
Did you choose a multiple choice thing?
No.
So you just chose free text.
Yeah.
So you would have set a value right here.
Yeah.
You would have set a value in this custom field. Now that custom field's holding the value.
All right. So that's imagine broken type. Like if you broke the whole screen, it works or it doesn't work.
Okay. I'm going to tell you don't want to do that though. All right. But what you would do is, let's say you were putting the value in here. All right. So now you're just going to go in and have a condition where you're going to check preferred location, or you're going to check whatever you're dumping this in. You're dumping their answer into something, right? You're dumping it into some variable. In this case, we're dumping it into preferred location. So you're just going to go in and check here if preferred location is or contains or isn't or doesn't contain. You're going to go in and check that against some value. So does it contain broken?
All right.
If so, then I'm going to route them here. If not, then I'm going to check some other condition, right? I'm going to check some other condition, which is the same thing. I'm going to check per Yeah, what's up? Mm-hmm. What the whatever they had, whatever they showed us today, they already showed us something that had a. I mean, what would be the links? Whatever links they show, whatever links was there on that display furniture, whatever. Yeah, whatever that was is fine. I don't need anything bigger. They showed us that length, and they were just saying we're going to replace this fabric with whiteboard, whatever that size was. So I don't have any problem if they see who's next to them. Sorry about that. We're trying to finalize getting all our furniture built. We're building a bunch of furniture, so we're asking a bunch of questions. So what I would recommend you do, though, would not be, I would not recommend that you do that. All right. I would recommend that you use a multiple choice, and then you put in the actual answers here, broken, scratched, whatever. I mean, you don't want to give these guys free reign to drop whatever they want in here, because if they don't want to answer this question, then they're going to put some other data inside there. Okay. So you want to make sure, if you're expecting to get some type of data and only certain types of data are really going to help you, only allow them to give that type of data. Because if not, they are going to ask you, when you ask this question, what is your screen condition? Whenever you ask this question, they're going to tell you, do you guys have cherry ice cream? Or they're going to say, I got ice cream all over it. Or they're going to say, I dropped it in water. They could say something that doesn't match any of these conditional clauses that you're actually checking. So you're wanting to know a specific information. Is it broken? Is it cracked? Is it nicked? Or whatever? Perfect condition. So just only allow them to give those options. That way your conditions become really easy to, because this condition, does it contain broken? All right. Is that going to satisfy all cases? No, because one of these kids could put BRKN, or they could go in and misspell broken, right? So you're going to miss out on conditions. You don't want to, trust me, if I were to show you, like, if you were to go in my bot, all right, inside my demo bot, if you go inside my demo bot, if you look inside my demo bot and you actually look at my default reply, okay, here's my default reply that you're going to get. So in my default reply, the first thing I'm going to do is open up a conversation, and I'm going to notify admins, okay? Then after I do that, so that I'm aware that you've triggered my default reply and my bot doesn't know what to do with you, so ultimately I need to go in and intervene. So I'm going to open up a conversation so I can easily find you, and I'm going to send myself a notification that I need to go talk to this guy. So after that, I'm just going to send you this message that says, I'm sorry, I didn't actually understand you. Would you like to help make me smarter? So if you say, no, I don't, then I literally just route you to a flow that tells you what are a bunch of different things that my bot can actually do, so that I don't dead end you. I give you a CTA, and you go into this flow. And like I said, this flow just routes you in, and it shows you a whole bunch of different things that you could do inside my bot. And it doesn't even show you every feature, because I got bored of building this because there's so many features in my bot. But it gives you all these different flows where now you're not in a dead end. Now you can literally go in and continuously interact with my bot. All right. So that's what happens if you say, no, you don't want to make me smarter. So if you say, yes, I want to make you smarter, then I literally ask you, can you tell me the exact message? And I actually need to edit that to be proper English. Can you tell me the exact message sent that caused me, the exact message that you sent me that caused me to say I didn't actually understand you? So now, do you want to know how many people have actually sent me the exact message? Not one single person has sent me the exact message. They always send that message with more information. All right. And literally what happens here is, as soon as you give me this, I store this as input. And then once you give me this input, I trigger it off to a spreadsheet so that I can go in every day and look at that spreadsheet and look at all the things that people are sending me that my bot's not picking up on, so that I can go back in and make keywords for those conditions, so that over time my bot ends up anything that a user could possibly send me, my bot ends up being able to handle that and being able to resolve that day after day, because now I can go in and look at those items on the spreadsheet and say, oh, hey, these 5 things, they were wanting this thing, and I already know the answer for that because they've literally asked me a question. They've said something my bot doesn't know. So I can look and say, okay, for these 5 things, I could make these 3 different keywords that will go in and show me and fulfill these 5 different phrases, and I can deliver them this one piece of content. So now I can delete those 5 inputs off my spreadsheet, and I can keep doing that every day. And eventually, after, let's say, a month or 2 months worth of time, I'm going to go in and I'm going to check that spreadsheet. There's going to be no new entries at all, because my bot understands everything that a user could possibly want to say or do with my bot. So you can find the replays inside the bot just by, oh crap, I needed to save that. But you can find the replays in the bot by triggering any of these keywords right here. So you can go in and trigger any of those keywords right there, and you can find the replay inside the bot. And I know one of these guys I just edited. That was the default reply that I actually edited. And I want to save that. Oh, and I did save that.
Can bots do math actually?
Can bots do math?
Yeah.
Yeah, my bot does math. If you come to my bot and you say, do math or calculate,
All right.
then he'll say, sure, let's do some math. What's the first number? Let's say 58. What's the next number? 72 or 32. Do you want to do addition, subtraction, multiplication? Let's do multiplication. And then, yeah, my bot will do some math, and it will tell you what that is.
So imagine I have a price for a service, and I'm giving you a 20% off discount. Can I make the bot give me the new price with that discount on it?
Yeah.
Can you show us this after, please?
Yeah, that's pretty easy. That's pretty easy. You just do that in Zapier. Take your price, multiply it by 0.8, and then send back that data.
Oh, that's a Zapier feature.
Yeah, you could just use in Zapier. I mean, you can do anything that you want. So I do math with custom JavaScript and Python, but you can also use Formatter by Zapier. And Formatter by Zapier, you can go in and actually do math, and we use that for this restaurant demo just the other day. We used it to calculate some stuff.
All right, I'll try it by myself. I'll let you know if I can do it. Oh, shit.
Bye, Al. So I believe that what we need to do here is we need to do this restart order flow right here to trigger a SAP. So what we're going to do right now, since nobody else has left any questions or anything, and in the boxes, we're just going to build out this particular flow that needs to be done. Got a wild monkey running around here. Come. So we're going to do this restart order flow right here. Which you can see triggered nothing at all. So we're going to go in and trigger this restart order zap. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go to Zapier, and we're going to actually go look at our zaps. And we're also going to go in and make a zap at the same time. And we're going to look at our zaps, and we're going to look at these training demos, and we're going to try to find some training. Oh, we're going to go back here to this mini chat training, and we're going to try to find a training we're going to try to find this add to order Italian restaurant demo. I mean, we're not going to try to find it because we clearly just found it. So we're going to look at this guy just because there's some stuff that we need to look at in here. We need to clear this guy out. Oh, I guess this is a new feature that I got because I upgraded for the like 5th time with these guys. So I can see what this is though, order total. And I know that I want to come in here to mini chat. Happens when his zap is triggered, and it's going to happen with this, not this relationship doctor, but this. And this is a pretty cool bot that I got. One of my fresher engineers building that literally just it gives you relationship advice, gives you date ideals, helps you spruce up your relationship with your partner, even allows you to keep a diary and give information about, you know, that day with your partner, and it allows you to spy on your partner as well. So if your partner also uses the bot and goes in and says that you sucked real bad today because you were checking out other girls, then if you're spying on her and you got to pay a small monthly fee to spy on her, if you're spying on her, then you're going to get a message from the bot letting you know that your girlfriend's pissed off at you because you were checking out other girls, and you should probably quit doing that. So here we want to do storage, and here we want to remove a value, and we also want to empty a list. So we do want to remove a value, and we want to remove a value twice. So we're going to remove a value from this Italian demo restaurant bot. The key that we're going to use is this guy right there and that order total. And we also want to use storage again, and we want to delete this guy here. The reason that we're deleting this guy is because they have clicked restart order. And since they want to restart their order, then obviously we want to remove these values. Now, we want to add one more step, and that step that we're actually going to add is going to be, we're going to send out a piece of content. So I need to create that piece of content real quick, called order restarted. So here we're going to go to this flow builder. Then we're also going to come over here. We're going to look at some content, and we're going to look at this added to order and see what we do there. Add more items, check out. Add more items goes to the main menu. So the only thing that I'm not sure if we want to do here, and I guess we'll go ahead and do it here. We'll go in and come here and do another mini chat set. And what we're going to do is we're going to set a custom field. And what we're going to do is, since they restarted their order, we're going to go ahead and pop out that preferred location. So I know we're setting a preferred location for these guys based on the fact that they go in and look at a menu and actually add something to their order. And since they are removing and restarting their order, then I'm going to remove their preferred location. So I'm going to make it empty. Because I know if I look here, inside this content at main menu, if I look at main menu, I know that if I'm only going to fire on these 3 things, if none of these 3 conditions are right, I'm going to route them back up here to first ask them which location they want to look at the menu at. So, see you, Jason. So now I'm going to go in and actually clear that custom field. I'm going to skip a test. And I'm going to come back over here to this content. And I know that I need to tell them and I'm just going to give them one call to action right now because there's not much other stuff that they can do in this bot yet. And this is going to be route them to the main menu. So now I'm going to publish that piece of content because he's all done, so that now I can reference him over here and this new step, which is going to be mini chat, and it will be send content to user. I'm going to send a piece of content to this user, which is going to be that content that I just created right there. And then I'm going to come over here and grab this guy because I want that for my zap. I'm going to skip this test and I want to finish this guy. I'm going to put him in this mini chat training demos. And this is the Italian restaurant bot that I've clearly not spelt correctly. So that guy's on. So then that kind of gives me the ideal that I could come over here and say, check out. And I can see here's my order. And I got a huge order. I don't want to check out. And I can see that now I got this restart order. And I can see that now my zap just triggered because that piece of content was fired off to him. So now let's see if I check out. I should never get back this message right here. I should be routed right here. And that's what's happened. I never got that message back from Zapier. I mean, I did, but that message was actually, I didn't get anything because there's nothing there. So I'm almost certain if I come here to my task history, I'll see some tasks that didn't work very well because, see, this was stopped. And it was stopped because nothing could be found in these storage steps because I've already removed that value. So now I've done that actual, now I've done that. So I can add more items here. I'm going to be routed to my main menu though. I know. So
what's the separate feature you use? I'm sorry, John. What's the separate feature you use to make the list of value of the services you or the services you people are buying from you?
It's Zapier storage.
Zapier storage. All right. Thanks.
Here's this add to order. And you can see here's one thing that we're doing here. This is math. So here we're doing math where because we've asked the user how many items that they want to order. If you look in the flow, I want to order some drinks. I want some wines. I'm going to order a bottle of this. I'm going to order a bottle of that stuff. I do want to add that to my order. How many would you like to add? I want to add 2 of them. And you can see we've done some math right there, and we've calculated that 49 times 2 is equal to 98, right? So we done that math. That math was performed right here in this step. And this step right here. You see we're doing some math with formatter. We're performing a mathematical operation. We're multiplying. We're multiplying 2 numbers, number 1 and 2, and giving that back. So you could do the same thing if you had a service price and you know a discount, then you could go in and put those in there.
John, can we in this step offer him if he want to use a coupon or something like 20% off if he already have a coupon?
Yeah, we could.
We will use the same Zapier or we'll add another one, or what we will do in this step?
Well, what type of coupon is he going to have? A coupon code?
Let's say that he got a coupon because he have a 20% off from his birthday gift that we sent him, and he want to make an order and he want to use this coupon.
Oh, but is that coupon going to be a code?
Yeah, number.
Okay, and we can assume that we have that code on a spreadsheet somewhere?
Yeah, because we already sent him this code. So this code will be stored already in our database or Google Sheet or something like this.
Yeah, so we could do that.
That's cool.
We could do that. So we're about to build that flow because we got everything else working, right? So we got our order. Our order is now 98. So now we want to check out. So now we're going to pipe him back his order. There's his order. His total is 98. So now we do want to check out. So we can see nothing happens there in that checkout flow. So that means that we need to go to this content, find our checkout flow. Pretty sure it says process checkout here, right? Let's check this content here. Find another checkout. Contains checkout. Confirm checkout. Yep. Do you still wish to check out? Yes. Send to process checkout, right? So we need to go to that process checkout. All right. So, so here in checkout, we need to ask him a few questions, right? So what are the questions that we're going to ask him here in checkout? Let's say we can ask him how he wants to pay online, or we could ask him first, is this for pickup, delivery, or dine in, right? Pickup, delivery, dine in. Okay, so which one of these are going to be the easiest to do? First, dine in is going to be the easiest to do. Now, if he dines in, do we want to? If he dines in, do we want to allow him to pay online, or do we just want to get him to pay? I would say we're not going to allow him to pay online if he wants to dine in, because whenever he comes in, I want to try to upsell him on shit that he has to his order. So here, all I should do is basically I could just do this.
Maybe after this we can ask him if you want to order a table or reserve a table.
That's what I was thinking. So we'll go ahead and give him this. So no problem, we'll see you when you come in. That exits the flow. Now, I know I need to come here, create a content called reserve a table. Even though I don't have it yet, I'm going to go ahead and use it to finish out this guy right here. So now that guy's finished out. So now I would say my next easiest thing is going to be pickup. So I don't think I'm going to ask him that next, actually. I think I'm going to ask him first. I think I'm going to ask him first how he wants to pay. So here I can route him right there. Here I can trigger some zap to collect his payment. And this guy actually want to delete him because I'm not sure what I want to do there. So let's go in and build that process. It's going to be called make payment. So let's make it zap. So now the first thing that we want to do in this zap is mini chat. This is going to be whenever a new trigger a zap event happens. It's going to be from this guy. And the event is going to be make payment. Now, going to continue. The next thing I'm going to use is my invoicing platform. And I'm going to create an invoice for him. So the first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and sign up for an account here.
Is invoicing you is your company, John? It's not your.
Yeah. It's something that was built by my company. Yeah, this is my software. So.
Oh, that's nice. That's based on Stripe, right?
Yep, does everything through Stripe. And actually, while we're at it, I'm just going to actually use an account that I already have that's specifically for this demo bot. So I'm going to use that guy. And all I would need to do is I would need to come here and come right in here to account details and grab this API key there. So I know that I've got him already right there, that guy that's in test mode. So I'm going to collect that guy. I don't want any subscription plan. This dude needs a name. I'm going to give him the username. This dude needs a memo. So to get that memo, I'm going to have an action. And I'm going to have another action. Because I need two actions. I need a storage action that will come in and get this order total right here. Because I need to know the order total that I'm going to charge on this invoice. So I need to get that value. I'm just going to call this guy order total because I want to make sure that I know that he's his order total. And I'm going to get that guy. And I'm going to fetch and continue. Now, the only huge problem there is the fact that who is this guy? Will, are you still here? Yeah, Will, you're still here. Could you just do me a favor, buddy? Could you just go to this bot right here and just add something in your cart so that you can have an order total? Can you just go here, add something to your cart so that you can have an order total so that Zapier, or actually, I'm not sure if I can do this. Here, I'll just do this. Never mind. I think that will work. Never mind. I can do that. I didn't want to do that, but I can do that. Fetch and continue. So now I'm going to continue. This, I also want to do Zapier storage. And here I want to get a list value. So get list values. Now I got the order total. Now I'm going to get the actual order. And that key is going to be this key right here, order items. And I'm going to do a £S here. And I'm just going to make a new line. And I'm going to continue. It would still be really helpful if you actually could do that for me, Will, if you're still here. That would be really helpful because I can't create this guy. It looks like he's not going to let me create this list if it doesn't exist.
John, I'll do it. Give me a second.
You doing it's not going to help me. It's only going to help me if Will does it because Will is the last guy right here, and this is who Zapier is pulling from. He always pulls from the last person, so it's only going to help if Will does it because Will is that person. See if I come here to Zapier and I go to test this step and I go fetch and continue and I look at the data from here, I will see that that's Will. See, it's Will. So it only helps if Will does it because he's the only one that can influence Zapier right now. Come on, Will, just add something to your cart, buddy. You don't have to buy it.
I see that he adding something from the menu.
So now anyways, I'm going to continue there. I'm going to fetch and continue. I'm going to skip that test for now, but I really need that test because without that test, I can't reference this guy in the memo, which is what I want to do. See, it says note, you skip this action, so there's no data available. So here I'm going to grab this guy's email.
I think we'll, I don't know, move from the menu to something else. That's A/B test that we're doing.
So one thing we really need to get from this guy is an email address. So we really want to get that email address just so we could, and we don't need that email address.
Can I unsubscribe from the bot and sign up again?
Nope. I mean, you can, but that won't help. So here what we're going to do is this email, we're going to do demo at we're just going to call this line item a food order. We're going to make it a quantity of 1. The price we're going to get from this order total, that value. The tax rate is going to be 0. This currency we're going to make USD. This mini chat ID, we're going to give this guy's mini chat ID. Built that guy obviously literally just for you guys so that whenever you invoice people, you can have this invoicing platform as a trigger so that whenever somebody pays, you can get a notification of it. And since you've passed in their mini chat ID, you can easily reference them instead of having to rely on the fact that they've given you an email address and look them up through their email address. You can just look them up through that mini chat ID because we allow you to put in that mini chat ID as a hidden field that doesn't show up anywhere on the invoice. So now I've got everything that I need and set for the actual food order itself. All right. So let me go and see. Nope. And he still didn't do that, which is no big deal. So trying to see how I can actually get rid of that guy. So what I really need to do here is I really need to put in this memo, this data coming from step 3. And I'm just going to continue that and just leave that for now. So now I just want to come over here and grab this make payment guy. And pipe him in right here. And put this guy in there. So now this guy is on, so now I can come over here and I can just route this delivery guy right there. And then I think that's good enough for now. I can publish this guy. Please specify an area for this guy to go. And I actually need to do one more thing. I need to send from ManyChat. I need to now send from ManyChat. I need to send a text message to a user. And now I need to come here. Here's my invoice link. And I want to have a user for this. And now I'm done there. That's actually my last step that I needed to do. Now my Zap is on. Now I'm pretty sure that I can come over here and say checkout.
John, I think that will continue then. He got the invoice.
Oh no, you just want to come to, you just want to come here, Will? You just want to go there and type in menu. I think you can type in menu. Can you not type in menu? Hold on, let's see. We don't have a menu. We don't even have a menu there yet. So let's come in here and add to a keyword. Let's add in menu. Message contains. Create that guy. Select an existing guy called main menu. Select this flow. So literally all you got to do is come in here and say menu. No, you actually want to do it. You got the invoice because of that test that I done. You want to go in here and go menu, Will. Just say, let's say drinks, and then just add this first guy, wines. Add this first guy to your order. You know, 1 glass of wine. Yes, you do want to add that to your order. How many glasses do you want? I want 1 glass. And then at that point, you're done. That's all I actually needed you to do, because now you've got something in that list. And now whenever I go in and test Zapier, it will pull in that data from you because it's got that list. If you guys could just give me 1 minute, please. So let me just retest this real quick. See if my man Will was able to actually do that. Not that guy. This guy. Let's test this guy. Yep, see? Thanks a lot. So now I can come in over here. This is where I actually needed to be over here. So I can come over here and grab that list values. See, he did add that. You got 2? You need 2 wines? That's how much we stressed Will out. He needs 2 Quintanos of wine. So now that's what we needed there. All right. So now that guy's all finished. So now this zap is finished. So now we can come back over here and we've only got this guy $7. All right. So let's go ahead and check out. So let's review our order. We can see, oh shit, our total is $105. We had that $98 plus that 7. So I still do want to check out actually. No big deal. I got $105. So let's publish that guy, actually. Now that he's published, let's try that again with checkout. So let's look at our order again. $105, no problem. Do we want to check out? We want to do pickup. We do want to pay online because that's what we just built. There's our payment link. And you can see it's for $105. It is for your food order of a bottle of wine. You got 2 of those for $98, and you got this for $7. So that gives your order total that much. And then you can just go in and actually make this payment and pay right online now. Now what we could do, all right, since this is in test mode, now what we can do is we can come in here. We can go to our dashboard. We can go to our dashboard. We can make a new zap. And we can say invoicing you because that's what we want to use. And this is, we want to get a general invoice. That's what that was, is a general invoice. And we want to get this guy here. And let's fetch and continue. Let's continue. Let's choose this app, MiniChat. And now we can come in here and send a text message to a user through this Italian restaurant demo bot. And that user, let's use a custom field. Let's use a custom value. And let's use his MiniChat ID from there. And now you can access the total. You can access the memo. So
Can
we're
we
just
put
going to
his
do
first
that.
name in this message?
Yeah, sure. You can put in his username, yeah. But you're not going to put in his first name. You're going to put in whatever this username is. And that username depends on over here. So here, whenever I created that invoice, I put in his name. I put in his whole name. So if you only wanted to put in his first name, then you should just change this to have only his first name. We'll just call this payment received. for the Italian restaurant bot. And we'll turn that guy on. So now that guy's on. So now essentially what we could do is go over here and we could make this payment. And this is a test credit card number. If you guys are thinking about stealing my credit card number, this ain't a real one. So go ahead and take that one. So now you can see I've went ahead and I successfully paid this. So that's been successfully paid. So now I have the chance I can go ahead and leave feedback on it if I want to leave feedback on it. But that's been successfully paid. So now I can go, I know I can come in here and I can see this on my dashboard. And that was something like payment received right here. So now I can run that guy. And since that run, you can see there's my thank you message where I'm just thanking him for that payment of $105. So obviously you guys could tie into that. You could tie into that on your Zap. You could tie into that and then update a spreadsheet with the orders, which ones have been paid, which ones haven't. You could send out a message to them, thanking them for the payment. You could tag them in ManyChat that their order's paid for or whatever you want to do with that. So now,
That's awesome.
Now we've got if they want to pay online, we were giving them the ability to go in and actually pay for that custom food order that we're generating that invoice form for.
John, this from mobile open in the same window, right? So you don't have to visit another website, right?
Correct. If you were on your mobile, it would just open right there inside the Messenger's web view.
Nice.
And you can accept payment through PayPal as well. The only bigger issue with PayPal is the fact that if you want to accept payment with PayPal, you can't have a dynamic amount, which means you have to somehow go in and create. Because to do it with PayPal, you got to create the buttons, and then you got to take the email link from the button that PayPal gives you to put in Messenger so that it opens right up in Messenger. But with that, you need to know what the value is beforehand because you got to create the button beforehand. And that means you would need so many buttons. You wouldn't have a button for all of them. So it's just easier. It's just easier to use this invoicing platform. That's why we built it for you guys. Well, that's not why we built it, but that's why we've made all these modifications with Zapier, just so that you guys could use
how it works with this platform and what the fees and if any business want to apply, how it works.
Yeah, so the fees here are pretty straightforward. It's free. It's free for up to 35 invoices, and then it's $47 a month after that. So
do I have to have my own Stripe account, or I use this?
Yeah, you would provide your own Stripe account to collect the money. So you're just going to go in and link in your Stripe account.
I see.
If you don't have a Stripe account, then we could create one for you. If you don't have one, we could set one up for you. We could set you up under our Stripe account on one of our sub accounts. But you can use it for free. You can use it for $0 a month, and it will support up to 35 invoices for you. So, and we're actually, for one of the guys that comes to the training, we're making a modification on this where right now you can create those regular invoices, and then you can also create product invoices that can be paid over and over and over again. You can also create custom subscriptions in here and have reoccurring payments. If you want to send somebody an invoice and it have a subscription where when they pay that invoice, now they're going to get charged $10 a month or $50 a month automatically. You can create that in here. And then we're also building out something called a group invoice where you can go in and create an invoice, and then you can basically, let's say, create an invoice for $100. Yeah. But then you can make it a group invoice, and you can say, hey, if I get 100 people who come and buy this thing, I'll give you guys a 25% discount. So then everybody can come in and they can pay the invoice. We do a pre-authorization, and then you give an ending date. Let's say you're running a webinar and you're trying to sell one of your training materials, right? So you can create an invoice that says, hey, this training is $197. But if I get 100 of you guys from this webinar to go in and buy this training, I'll give it to you for 50% off. So now everybody from your webinar, they go in and they say that they're going to buy it. We pre-auth their card for $197. And I tell you, at the end of this webinar, which is 3 hours from now, if 100 of you guys have went in and decided to buy this, then I'll give it to you for 50% off. Well, now I set some amount of people. I would set 100. I would set a discount rate either in dollar or percentage. So I would set, let's say 50%, and then I would set some time period. So I'd set today 3 hours from now. And then if 100 people come in and pay that invoice, which literally they're not paying, we're just pre-authing their card. The payment isn't going to happen until the group invoice expires. Now, once it expires 3 hours from now,
does this work like Teespring, so that's the other can see how many left and time?
Yeah, so you can see how long until the deal expires, and you can see how many more people need to sign up for everybody to get the discount. And then there's also going to be social share buttons there, so you can just easily share it to get more people to come in and pay it.
Wow, that's awesome.
So that will be pushed out next week for you guys, and we're literally building that just because one of the guys that comes to the training thought it would be really cool and he wanted it. So we just decided we would go ahead and build it out for you guys. But so now we're pretty much done there, right? We've got their restart order done. We've got up to this flow, so now they've paid online, right? We're going to change that there. We need to go in and route this guy to another message real quick. And we need to automatically continue this guy over here. And I want to add a little bit of a delay here. Enough time for Zapier to give me back that invoice. So you know what I can do here, all right? So here's what I can do here, all right? So let's come in and let's come in, and I want to, now I can't actually do this. So yeah, I can go in and do this, all right? Let's trigger this guy out. Let's grab these guys here. Not those guys. Let's grab these guys here and move them over here. So we're going to trigger out this zap right here. All right. And we're going to say, please make payment at the above link to continue. All right. So now we're going to do that. So now we're going to prompt this guy, since he said he's going to pay online, to pay. And then now here we're going to add a tag. We're going to check to a tag if a tag is. So let's go in and tag a user. Order paid. So now let's go in and here check on that tag. If tag is order paid, then I'm going to route him here. If not, I'm going to route him there. So you see what I did? I just created a loop back right there. So now until he pays, he's going to continuously be loop back right here until he actually pays. Subankar. He's coming. Don't worry, buddy. He's coming. So now I'm going to go in and tie right back in here to this guy, not to that guy. Hey, did you have any luck with why not? Could you do some more research on that? I really need these. I really need these to be instant. Because it. Well, I need you. Whatever we need to do, we will do it. I just need you to figure out first what we need to do, so that. Yeah, it has to be. I mean, it really has to be instant. I really need it to be instant. If it's not instant, then these guys have to wait for 5 or 15 minutes, depending on their Zapier level. So I really need this to be. I really need the triggers on them to be instant triggers. Maybe ask Molly. Maybe he knows already. I'm not sure if he does or not, but he might. But I really need it to be. I really need it to be instant. Okay, so now I'm going to do that.
John, by the way, this is bring a question for me. When I sign up for Zap, it says that you have 15 minutes that to sync between the accounts, and the other one is 5. But I see when you do something, it's instant. Is this something special you do, or is this by default?
Well, there's nothing. They're not instant whenever I do it. No, the reason that it kind of did instant for me is because you can always go in here and you can see this in your dashboard, and you can always go right here and force it to run by hitting this run button.
I mean, if a client paid and he will wait like 5 minutes or 15 minutes for his checkout total or invoice, this would be a long time.
Right. That's why I'm having my engineer go in and actually make these instant zaps to make these happen instantly once they're done, to make them happen instantly.
I see.
So they will be instant zaps like ManyChat. You see ManyChats are instant, but even Google's aren't instant. So even Google Sheets aren't instant. Even you have to wait 15 minutes there or 5 minutes there. It depends on what your Zapier subscription is. So if you upgrade your Zapier subscription, then it goes from 15 minutes down to 5 minutes. But outside of that, it has to be an instant zap, and I have to get my engineer to go in and actually figure out. Zapier hasn't made it very clear on how to actually make these zaps instant and allow them to actually be instant. So at least he hasn't figured it out, and I didn't spend the time to go in and look and tell him how to do it. So
I mean, even if we didn't make the instant yet, but when I try the bot and they ask for the checkout or something, it's in a few seconds it's appears. So it's not 5 minutes or something. So,
right. That's because our trigger is ManyChat, which is an instant trigger.
I see.
So since ManyChat's an instant trigger, it will instantly go in and actually generate that invoice and send that invoice out. But since the invoice guy isn't an instant trigger, this guy runs in a batch every 5 minutes. So he's not going to be tagged that the guy will get his invoice instantly, but only every 5 minutes is Zapier going to check to see if this guy has actually paid.
So if ManyChat is the trigger, it's instant. That's the only exception.
Correct. Now ours is going to be. Hello, this is John. Nope, it's not showing up. Ours is going to be instant as well. Like I said, we'll go in and actually build it instant. So
Nice.
Now we can go in and actually do that flow again. All right. So let's do that flow again, where we just go in and say checkout. Yes, I still wish to check out. This is going to be a pickup order. I'm going to go ahead and pay online. So here's my payment link. Now, let's come in here to our audience. And let's look at me and see if I'm tagged order paid. I was tagged order paid. Oh, I'm going to be tagged order paid because I actually went in here and added that tag to people. So I want to remove that tag to people. So now I'll send that back out to myself. That's going to be for pickup. I want to order online. There's my invoice. Go look at myself again because I still don't think I should have got that. Somehow I'm tagged order paid. This is where I should have added that tag. Is this where I added that tag? Nope, I added that tag. Why did I actually add that tag? Let's go in and try that one more time because I'm not sure. Oh, I forgot to hit that publish. So now let's try that one more time. It's going to be pickup. It's going to be online. There's my invoice. There it is. I added it in the wrong spot. That's what my problem is. I keep adding things in the wrong spot. So let's go back and find him again. Remove that tag again. Come back here again. Push that out. Pick up online. There's my invoice. There's please make payment at the above link to continue. There's another one that he's just going to continuously get these guys. So maybe I'll go in and add some additional time to this. So now you see what I did there. Now I'm going to route him right after that zap. I'm going to route him into this condition to see if his order is paid. Now I know that it's not paid, so I'm going to route him down here and I'm going to wait some time. And after some 27 seconds, let's say after 30 seconds, I'll deliver him that message because that gives him enough time to go in and actually pay it. And then I'll route him back up here to check again. If he still isn't paid, then I'll continue this. I'll continue him in this loop until he finally pays. Once he pays, then I'll route him to the next step of this process, right? Where now he can go in and pick that up. So now that's a good little process, it seems like to me. So now I want to pick up. I want to pay online. And I should have published that guy, and I didn't publish that guy. So let's go in here, delete this conversation, and now push him back out. And this guy wants to be pickup. Seriously? Seriously? Totally misfiring, buddy. So I've created an awesome loop inside MiniChat that won't go away, it seems. So I think I can just go in here to this guy and add a tag to him. That should stop that loop. There. Now that loop actually stopped. So now I can come back in here. That guy's good. So now I can come back and don't tell me you're good. So now I can come back in here. Now I can come right back in here and push that guy back out to myself. And first come in here and remove that order paid tag. So now I can come in and say, yes, this will be pickup. I want to pay online. Let's get an invoice. There's an invoice. So let's make that payment. I'm going to go ahead and make that payment for $105. Now that payment was successful. I can see that he's getting that message. Please make payment at the above link to continue. So I'm going to come in here, see this on my dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and run that guy. That's been ran. So now I can see he got thank you for the payment. He's just got that thank you for the payment. So now I can see whenever he routes right back into that condition, now he's going to be tagged that he's actually made a payment, and then he'll go to the next step in the process. Well, he should have actually went to that next step in the process, but for some reason he's still, oh, he's not going to go to that next step in the process because I forgot to go in here and add a tag to him. So if I don't come in here and add a tag to him, then he's obviously not going to get tagged. So I need to make sure that I add that tag to him. So let's add that tag to him now. Now he's got that tag added. Let's come back in here and add that tag to him. Now that guy's done. Now here I'm asking him, here I'm just asking him next. Here I'm asking him next if when he wants to pick this up. So does he want to pick this up ASAP? So now I'm going to ask him if he wants to get notified via Facebook. Whenever his order's ready. So if he says yes, I'm going to trigger his app. If he says no, I'm just going to send a message. Okay. And then this was for pickup. This was for delivery. This is for delivery. So, in delivery, I need to send some message for delivery. And I need to delete this guy there. Get that guy here. Now I need to go in and make this delivery flow here. Do that. I'm just going to grab that guy and move that guy up there a little bit. Now I can make that delivery flow there. Now we can make this delivery flow there. Now, what else are we missing in our flow here? We are missing a certain time. All right. So this certain time flow, we need to go in and build as well. If he wants to actually do this at a certain time. All right.
At a certain time, we will use Google Calendar or something else.
I'm probably just going to use a generic spreadsheet and just have them pop in the stuff in a generic spreadsheet because that will make it easier, I think. I think that will make it easier. So we're going to trigger a zap there. And here we're going to continue to another step. Ask him if he wants to get, actually, we don't need to send him to another step. We need to send him there. So here, let's make our little order spreadsheet. Let's make something for our Italian, even though I'm sure that I'm quite sure that is spelt wrongly. We're going to make something really similar to this. We're going to give their order date. We're going to give the line items of their actual order. We're going to give their order total. I think we'll go in and add a payment method, and we'll add a status. So I think what we're going to do is go in and grab this guy and go in here and then actually add this payment status. So now we need to go in and go to a new Zap, and what we're actually want to do is we're going to want to edit that one. We're going to add to order. Actually, nope. We're going to go to checkout, right? We should have a checkout. Pretty sure we made a checkout. We didn't. We did this make payment, right? And we also did this fetch order, I believe. So let's see if we can find that. This is payment received. This is make payment. This is also make payment. So let's see if we have a fetch order. I believe we have a fetch order. Yep, we have this fetch order. So here, let's go ahead and add in a step and make this a Google Sheet. Create a new spreadsheet row. We're going to use the spreadsheet we just created. We're going to use this worksheet. And we're going to go in and I think we can use this guy inside our Zap. In this items, we're going to get order items. In this total, we're going to get order total. In this payment, we're just going to do this in store. In this status, we're going to put new. And this mini chat ID, we're going to put our mini chat ID. This guy, we're going to go ahead and format this guy to be plain text. Make him big enough so that we can see. Make this guy big enough so that we can see. Make that guy big enough so that we can see. Make that guy big enough so that we can see. So now I can see this guy's entire order that he wants. I can see his price. I can see his payment. I can see his status. And what I'm going to actually do is come in here. I don't actually need this guy. I don't need that guy, so that's everything that I need, all right? Whenever a new order's placed, that guy's going to pop in here. So I want to come in here, and I also want to add an action, and I want to use Google Sheets. I want to update a spreadsheet row. I want to add a search step. I want to look up a spreadsheet row. I want to look this guy up. I want to look that guy up. I'm going to look up by his mini chat ID. I'm going to look up by this guy's mini chat ID. So my issue is this guy has no value from here. So let's retest this guy. See if I can get one with the mini chat ID. Yep. So now let's come back in here. Continue. Fetch and continue. Should have got one. Continue. So now set this guy up. This guy should be so first I need to go in and select this guy. Select this sheet. And now I'm going to actually update this to paid. So I can see now that payment's been paid. So now if somebody pays their invoice online, then this will go in and be paid. See you, Will. He's gone already. So now that will be paid. So I believe that now that's done. this guy's done. We've updated our Google sheet that he's actually paid, so we'll turn that guy back on. So now he's done, he's done, he's done. All right, so now what did we need to do here? So here we probably want to go in and actually do the same thing. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add a pickup time and call that ASAP. And then we're going to come over here whenever we add that. To right here. We're going to refresh these fields. And we got to refill out all this guy. And give his mini chat ID. Total. Items. And pickup time is going to be ASAP. So now that's all done. Continue. Let's continue. Let's turn this on. And everything else we're going to have to do on the next training session. So we'll have another training session. Let's see, what time is it right now? It is 10:59. We will have another training session at 11. So I will send you guys out. Actually, sorry, not at 11, at 12. We'll have another training session promptly in an hour. So I will send you guys out another link whenever I am going to start that training session, so you guys can join the training session, because right now I need to talk to Bryce about building a bot for him. So
Thanks, John.
no problem. So I will see you guys if you want to join. In an hour, I will send you out a notification via the bot that we are doing a new training session. So thanks, guys. I'll see you in a bit if you guys want to come back. Have a good day.
Sure. You too. Bye.